Okay, TCBL is one of the partners in Hereware, and in fact, we're the partner that is coordinating the community, set up the community, managing the community platform. But actually, TCBL is an ecosystem. The overreaching thing at the top is the value system, which is born of a European project that finished 4 years ago, where we built a network of some 50 labs and some 250 businesses, most of them small, all wanting to work together to innovate together, seeing that and bring about a structural transformation of the industry's business system, and to try and see if it were possible to collaborate to build an alternative system. From that, we have two offspring. One is SEDEX TCBL, which is the for-profit consultancy and service organization, which is what actually participates in projects on behalf of the TCBL network. And the other is a nonprofit association, which is quite simply just tries to keep the network together. So people in TCBL become just like you're a member of the Hereware community now. You can be already, but at the end of when Hereware is over, you will be invited to become part of the TCBL association. Okay, and that below there is our website. I'm very straightforward about what I think about this industry. I think the main challenge is overproduction. I think the industry is hardwired to produce too much and then desperate to sell to consumers what it hasn't already burned or dug up. And that is a structural issue that's extremely difficult. It's a question of corporate culture that's extremely difficult to change. Also, the extractive supply chains are sucking energy and capacity out of all of the people who actually do things, like make fibers, weave fibers, make clothes, and so on and so forth. And what we've been trying to do is to create an alliance of these smaller organizations to see if they can connect in a different way, not necessarily participating in these abusive market structures. And also the technologies which are needed to make an alternative system viable are designed in the wrong way, in my opinion. They're designed for big companies. They're designed for companies that want to overproduce. They're designed for companies that want to manage global networks and so on. So when you hear of a technology that's interesting, you'll see it's not designed for you. It's not priced for you, and it's not licensed for you. So we are trying to work, again, bring together smaller platforms, help them to interoperate. There are people out there who are targeting their services and platforms to smaller companies, to innovative companies, and to the way we like to work, as it were, because there's quite a big value gap. And it's pretty easy to see who is doing business one way and who's doing business another way. What are the challenges that approach faces? Number one, working with what I call borderliners, not outsiders, not insiders, people who are a little bit of both, people who know about the industry, but are not totally prey to the industry structures and norms. Another challenge is working with diversity, because it's important, but it's hard to keep alive, and it's hard to make people feel sure that they are at home with their diversity, and to make sure that diversity becomes a value. That requires building confidence. That requires getting feedback on how what you're doing is right and how what you're doing can actually work, and that you don't have to give up whatever diversity you have, if you have the option of giving it up. And the other challenge is working with communities, because we believe that communities are the key to making things that are actually sustainable, but it's much easier said than done. The whole tradition of living labs and so on and so forth, a lot of work has been done, but very rarely in the context of an manufacturing industry, which is what textile and clothing is. But I think if we begin to work with borderliners, we work with diversity, that helps us to get inside communities. And unless a technology and an innovation and an industry is embedded in territory and communities, it can never be sustainable. So how do we like to exchange? What you're seeing us doing in Hereware, we like to source out technical innovations, but also social innovations that have the potential to support a shift, large-scale change. We need large-scale change in order to survive. And our approach is to build a value-based community that share the same goal, see that an alternative future is possible, and say they want to work together. Everybody doing what they do, people like the three of you, are working in very different areas and in very different ways, but you share an ethos, and you share, I think, the same vision of how things can be. And then the third thing is to spark off interaction. We can't do things for everybody, but we try to provide the context and the setting where people can do it together themselves, where they can be inspired, where they can have the confidence to get started and the desire to work together. The services are to the community are all coming from this vision and from this method. The idea that we have brought to Hereware of the community, which is innovative, it was signaled at the review with the European Commission, is really the living lab approach. We're doing something that's supposed to be of benefit to some people, bring them into the research process from the beginning and learn from them, shape the research outcomes to fit, and that will guarantee your impact. That will guarantee that people will actually wonder if they've had a part in doing it. Bringing people together, particularly very diverse people like the three of you and like the people we heard from this morning. You inspire each other. You see how things can be possible, and you get the desire to do things together. Then what we need to do is listen, help you connect, follow up on ideas, and see where there's possibility of doing something concrete, getting funding opportunities, finding impact paths, connecting you with people who may be able to help out and help you to concretely carry your ideas forward. And the final point, as I anticipated, is to offer the TCBL network, the TCBL structure, legal structure, as the home for the Hereware community, just as we do for all of the projects we're in. We bring this kind of approach to other projects, slightly different given the mission the project is designed to address. But all projects have this problem where they build up exciting communities of people and exciting networks, and when the project's over, that's it. So a lot of people are looking for just an umbrella, a home where we can continue the relations, we can continue what we've started, and TCBL simply offers that opportunity. So I guess the three main points I wanted to get across are, first, that innovation, we often think of innovation as sort of some kind of linear process where some scientist thinks something up in a lab and then some company decides to put it to market. It doesn't happen that way. Innovation is embedded in the social and the business systems where it grows, it's nurtured, and it comes out. And that is why we need the community. We need you to listen to be part of this process where we can learn from you. And that we believe is where, how could we say, socially and environmental useful innovation can happen. That is why we have the community and why we are encouraging Hereware partners to open up their research results and activities to the community and interact with you. And finally, TCBL is there. It's already there. We'd love to have you join us as well as the Hereware community. But when the Hereware project is ending, we will definitely be opening our arms to have you all come and join us. And I hope, and I thank you for your attention.